Welcome back to Casa Refined. I'm Jorge. Today I have a great video for you. So I'm sharing 5 console styling ideas. You and I are going to decorate this console right here 5 different ways and see if we can put together moody, interesting vignettes. I think you're going to take away some great ideas from this. It'll be a pretty fun, creative exercise. So without further ado, let's get started. All right, so for this vignette, we're going to work around this artwork that I made. It's got some interesting forms. It's got some texture too. I love the contrast that the piece has in itself, but we want to keep this vignette overall simple. So wait, first of all, is that even straight or is that crooked? One of my biggest pet peeves is when artwork is crooked. So you tell me, is it good? We're gonna layer this lamp. I absolutely love this lamp right here. It's got sort of the cream shade, which I think is quite special. So we're gonna put this right over here. Next, I will add this vintage rice wine jar. There is beauty in the imperfections with the cracks repaired over time, the patina that it's developed. I love just the overall organic form of this vessel and the colors. It's truly remarkable. I'll go ahead and link it if you are interested. Next, I'll add some of these faux poppy fruit branches. There's something biophilic about fruit. Even if it's faux fruit, it's kind of appetizing to some weird degree. These are perfect for autumn or honestly year-round. I just really like the poppy fruit. They actually look pretty realistic. So we'll just put that in there. As you know, I love pottery and I certainly love this vessel right here. It's unlike anything I've seen before. Now this, I believe, is raku pottery, but it has an organic form, which if you're not familiar with raku pottery, it's a Japanese ceramic firing technique that they use sort of these red hot pieces that they're removed from the kiln, then they're placed in combustible material like sawdust or newspaper, and the result is this unique metallic luster with crackle effects and smoky colors. It's truly remarkable, and I love the way that this piece sort of embodies all that. I think I'll lean into the pottery for this and add this large bowl. I think it was made in Portland many years ago, or Oregon. I'm trying to see. And that'll pretty much do it for this vignette. If I could describe this with one word, I might use the word beige, which I know some people, oh, boring beige, but honestly, sometimes it's the appropriate way to style something, especially if we want something that is just neutral, something that's not going to like hit you in the face. It's calming, and some might even describe this as organic modern. I think it's that blend of these beautiful sort of organic textures with these poppies and then these this pottery here, but then also some modern accents like this lamp, of course the modern textured artwork that I made. Overall, just a wonderful, calming vignette that I think is quite beautiful. There's a romance to it, if you will. What are your thoughts? For this next vignette, we're gonna play off of symmetry, but more of asymmetrical balance. So on this side, we're gonna put some of this artwork right here. It's a beautiful print. I love the colors of this piece. I think it's very vibrant. And on this side, I'm gonna layer this artwork. I think it's gonna help balance it out because they are the same size, but this one, as you can see, has this beautiful photograph. I think it's a photograph. And then the brass, frame is actually wrapped brass. It's like real brass, but it's like hammered into the frame, which is kind of cool. I think now we can layer in a third artwork that will go in the middle. This one's one of my favorites. I can't remember the name of the artist, but I know that he makes some beautiful artwork, including this print right here. We'll put in the center. Now notice that for this, I'm actually leaning these up against the wall rather than hanging them. But I probably could hang them, but I don't know, I like the look of leaning for this one. Next, I have a pair of these vintage ceramic lamps with the brass base detail. I was actually going to DIY these and paint over them and do all sorts of things to them, but honestly, the more I look at them, the more I appreciate them as is. So I'm thinking of leaving them how they are. I just need to find the right lampshades for them. The brass has developed a beautiful patina, which I think adds to the beauty and character of the lamp. So I actually have these two lampshades from other lamps that I think could work for this one. I don't know, maybe I might look for something else for these, but I think it'll work for the time being. Of course, we can't go wrong with some books. Lots and lots of books, please. How about some of these gold style candle holders? I love how simple they are. Simple, but effective. This stone bowl is quite interesting. These have a bit of texture, and I think these are great for layering or placing on top of books to add a touch of sculpture. You are going to love this Ikebana floral vase / bowl. This is a perfect way to display just a simple flower arrangement, and it already has the Kenzen or floral frog pre-attached, so it's not going to move around. I think today I'll just use some dry sculptural branches for a very simple look. Okay, just fix that real quick, and honestly, that's pretty much it. Well, I think we're solid with this one. What do you think? If I were to describe this with one word, I think I might use the word maximalist, because it certainly leans more maximalist for my particular style, but I really love how layered it looks. Really love the leaning artwork, and I think doing it like this, it adds like visual depth. And then of course with these stacked books, kind of giving library vibes, to be honest with you. Then of course these beautiful objects on top. I actually really love this. Feel free to steal this idea. You can take an Ikebana vase. I'll actually link this Ikebana vase in the description along with these real dried branches, but of course you can use your own or some fresh flowers. I mean, you can do a lot with Ikebana, but there's something beautiful about this. It's simple, it's sculptural. I mean, there's no water required, so you can just like leave it like this. It's something different, and I think it's kind of cool. I do love these lamps right here. I'm so glad I'm not gonna touch them, at least for the time being. I think they're beautiful as is. I might look for larger or different lampshades, so we'll see. But overall, very happy with this look. What do you think? Make sure this one's not crooked. So for this look, we're going to focus around this artwork right here. It was actually a DIY, well, I didn't paint this. It was actually a print. I shared it over on the vlog channel, but I printed this in large format for this frame that I already had. And then I added this like clear texture on top with Mod Podge basically, just to give it a bit of that handmade look, if you will. Now I will add my Snoopy lamp. I absolutely love this lamp. It's so beautiful. Of course, an iconic design. Next, I'll add this beautiful vintage pot or jar. I think you're gonna appreciate the color of this. It's got almost like a greenish brown with these beautiful four handles, the little spout. It's vintage and it has imperfections, and that's what makes it beautiful. You absolutely need some of these. So these are faux magnolia stems. These look realistic. I mean, the leaf is incredible. These are the brown ones. There's also like the red. Just putting a couple in here. I think, let's see, we have 5 total. That I think it's just gonna look great inside this pot. I really love these rustic wooden risers. My dad and I actually make these for the shop. This is the large one. It's pretty heavy, but I absolutely love the texture that it offers. And it's a great way to kind of literally elevate anything. certainly a special piece. I feel like books are always a must-have, and I think this set right here will be perfect. I think that's a good stopping point. Honestly, sometimes simplicity is key, and in this case, I think keeping it simple is the answer. What do you think? If I were to describe this with one word, I think I might use transitional. Transitional in the sense that I am using these older vintage pieces with something newer and modern. It's that blend of that traditional with more modern, I think can create something beautiful. How about we get a little moody here with this piece right here? I did this a few years ago. Really love the green tone of this. It's kind of like a forest green. One of my favorite vintage prints. I especially like how the green sort of is pulled from the larger piece here. So I think that could be an interesting pairing. And I really like the layered look for this. Can you tell I like a lamp? I really do. Clay pot with 4 handles. Fall is my favorite time of the year, and I absolutely love these. These look realistic, but they're fake. And I'm just gonna put a couple of them together here into the pot. I've bent the bottoms on some of them just to add some varying height. Next, we'll add some books. Honestly, you can never go wrong with books on a console table. I feel like they just go hand in hand. The ice cream truck is here. Why is the ice cream truck always here? These rustic waxed wooden bowls are just so pretty. I have a larger version as well on the dining table, perfect for just like putting some dried fruit, but this is the small one, and we'll just put it on top of the books. And we'll leave that one at that. Honestly, I think this would be a great one for autumn. You know, autumn is a very moody, cozy time of the year, for me at least, and I really like to embrace that with the colors that I bring into my home. So definitely a great way to do so. So if I were to describe this with one word, I don't know. What do you think? I really love this lamp. I think it's very special. I think I will use this artwork that I made to ground the vignette. Some books, because you can never have too many books on a console. In fact, I think they are necessary. Now we'll add a few of these vintage vessels to add some texture and a bit of history. I think real dried branches is always a great idea. There's something sculptural and beautiful about that. It adds a nice earthy touch. On the other side, I'll add this clay pot with handle and this small pitcher for modern contrast. How about this antler I stole from my dad? Shh, don't tell him. I got this candle holder at the Chelsea Flea last year. I love it. And here is the final outcome. Honestly, I'm pretty happy with this vignette. I think if I could describe this with one word, it could be collected, perhaps. Collected in the sense that's kind of collecting these modern new pieces, but blending it with these older items with character. Or perhaps it's this large artwork that I made that's sort of holding it all together. I love the texture of this and sort of the movement within the piece. Unfortunately, I can't keep every artwork that I make, so if you're interested in purchasing this piece, I will provide details for it in the caption or in the description, so be sure to take a look at that. Which, by the way, I'm also very excited to announce my first ever artwork collection coming to the shop. I actually have a date in mind now that I will put here on screen. So definitely go check out if you're looking for some handmade original artwork by me to add beauty and interest to your home. I think it'll speak to you. I would encourage you to actually sign up for the newsletter in the description so that you don't miss out on that. So happy with this, and honestly, I'm very curious to know which of the 5 styling ideas was your favorite. Did you like console number 1? Number 2? Number 3? Maybe number 4? Maybe it's number 5. Let me know which one was your favorite. And I'm actually going to use this as a call to action for you to actually encourage you, challenge you to take a look around your home and find an area, maybe a vignette, and see if you can find something that you don't love with and reimagine it. Look at it from a fresh perspective. You don't need to go buy something new. Just use what you have and redecorate it and see if you can make it beautiful, because I think our home is our safe space. It should be beautiful, whatever that means to you, because if you feel comfortable at home, I think that's what matters, right? So I hope that you enjoyed this video. It's always a joy and honor, a privilege sharing these ideas with you. I have some DIYs that I'm working on right now I gotta go attend to. So if you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Like I said, it's my honor sharing these ideas with you. So have an awesome day. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.